Hola mis amigos, we're making a keto, low carb, crack chicken. For today's recipe, we are going to be trying out this all-in-one cooker by Deenkee. We're going to be using the saute function as well as the pressure cooking function here. And as you can see, this is going to be another one of those products that is a rival to the Instant Pot, because what it does is it's a pressure cooker, it's a slow cooker, you can bake in it, you can use sort of stovetop functions like sauteing in it, as well as making yogurt, as well as using it as a rice cooker. So there are so many functions that you can do with these. You've seen me use a similar machine to this in the past, so this one is really no different. It's just a different brand and of course has a few different functions, but it's the same general idea. This one is also a machine that has a 6-quart capacity, which also comes out to be around 6 liters. One thing that I do find different about this system, and I'm pretty excited to check out, is the pressure release system. So for this one, all we have to do is press the little red button here on top, and that is going to release the pressure from the valve. The valve is back here. So usually you have to manipulate this in some way by twisting it or, pulling it up with a towel or something so that you don't burn yourself when you're releasing the pressure. Well, that is going to no longer be an issue here because all we do is press this button and then we'll be nice and pressure released. So I'm excited to use that part. Also, this one has a lid that can stay in place. So I'm just going to open it. And you can't see that, but back here you can see the lid is hinged, so this can easily stay in place as well as be removed. If you don't want this lid here, you can take this lid completely off, but I do like the way that it is hinged, so that way whenever you are using it to pressure cook in, you actually don't have to find the grooves and figure out where it aligns and everything. As long as you have it on this latch here, you simply just close it, press it down, and you're going to give it a twist, and then you'll be good to start pressure cooking. I went ahead and thoroughly detached the lid just to show you that it does indeed come off, and I'm able to see the inner pot here and a few other things. Looks like we have, just like with our last one like this, we have a rice ladle and a measuring scoop, and looks like a pressure liquid container, and this is something new. I don't even know what this is. It looks like a handle of some sort. I have no idea what this is, but I'm thinking it's just to prevent you from burning yourself. Okay, so I just looked over the literature that comes with the product and I saw no mention of these whatsoever. It did mention the rice ladle and the measuring cup, but these are not mentioned, so I really have no idea what they are. I can only go by what they look like, and it looks like I can put my hand in here and sort of grab like this, so I can only assume that this is some sort of hand protection so that we can pick up the inner bowl or touch anything else that is hot when using this product. So it's neat. I don't know what it is for. I don't know if I will be using this, but it's here, so awesome. We also have an extra silicone gasket for the lid, as well as a steamer basket. Okay, so now that we have everything unwrapped and ready to go, I'm just going to go ahead and take my inner pot and give it a good rinse, and then let's go ahead and start cooking. So for today's recipe, we are going to be making cracked chicken. And right now that is very trendy, especially in the low carb and keto eating communities. So I thought, why not? That would be a really good recipe to try in this pressure cooker. So we are going to start off with some bacon. Here I have 4 slices of bacon, maybe a little bit more, cut into bite-sized pieces. And I've also cleaned my inner pot and I have set it to the saute function. And I'm just going to drop my bacon right in. And as you can see, everything is nice and hot already. And I've only had it running for maybe about a minute before I turn the camera on. So what we're going to do is just saute this down until the bacon is nice and crispy. How do you like your bacon? I'm not a real big pork person at all, but since I have started eating low carb, I've kind of reintroduced myself back into bacon. And I have to say, I have to have my bacon very crispy. I do not like a floppy bacon. So tell me in the comments below, how do you like your bacon? We are back, and as you can see, our bacon is nice and crispy. But as I'm making it, it doesn't look like a whole lot of bacon. So I'm thinking I am going to make some more. I'm going to go ahead and carry on with the recipe. And then I do have a couple slices of bacon, I think 4 slices in my air fryer right now. So I'm going to go ahead and start that while we continue with this. So what we're going to do is take all of this bacon out and set it aside. And you do see that we do have plenty of fat left behind in here, and if you are keto, then you know the importance of having this fat in your diet. So I am going to drain some of it off, but we are going to leave about a tablespoon or so in here. That's going to flavor our dish and of course give us that nice fat that we need. So I'm going to take care of that and we will be back. We are back, and now I have added my 3 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breasts. So that came out to be 6 chicken breasts for me. And then what I did was I just rubbed each chicken breast around the bottom of the pan, and that helped to deglaze it from all of that bacon that we fried previously. So of course that just coats the chicken in nice flavor, and everything came right up. I had no trouble deglazing the bottom of the inner pot. So next what we are going to do is add 16 ounces of cream cheese, which totals out to be 2 blocks of cream cheese. And I have cut the blocks into little pieces here, little chunks. And for whatever reason, I had my cream cheese sitting out as if I was going to make a cheesecake, but you don't have to do that. So that's why mine is nice and soft, but you can add this straight out of the fridge just fine. And now we're ready to add our seasonings. So here I have 2 teaspoons each of garlic powder and onion powder, along with 1 teaspoon of black pepper and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Next I have 1 tablespoon of freeze-dried chives, along with 1 teaspoon of chili flakes and 1 teaspoon of dill. And last but not least, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, and this is going to make our chicken nice and tender because we are going to be shredding it later. And then for some liquid, we're going to add 1/2 cup of water. And don't forget, our chicken is going to make its own juices in there as well. And that is all that there is to it. So this one does not have a manual option, but it does have poultry. So I am going to close the lid and allow this to cook at high pressure on the poultry setting for 15 minutes, and then we will use the quick release. So I will see you then. We are now back, and I just wanted to take this time to show you guys the pressure release. So now we are ready to press the button. It did beep to let me know that the 15 minutes are over. So here goes the pressure release. Pretty cool. All right, so now that that part is done and the pressure is all nice and released, we are ready to check out what we have. So here's what we have after 15 minutes of pressure cooking. And as you can see, the cheese didn't completely melt down. We can actually see some of the chunks there, but it is soft to the touch. So it is ready to just mix in. But this is actually perfect because what we want to do now is we're going to take our chicken out of here and place it onto a large plate so that we can shred it with 2 forks. So I'm going to take care of that really quickly and then we'll be back. We are back, and I did go ahead and put this back on saute for about 2 minutes or so just to melt the cheese, and that thickened our sauce up considerably. So now I am going to go ahead and add back the chicken, and what I did was I just shredded it. So just gonna add all that right back into the pot. Now that we have our chicken back in the pot, we're also going to add 1 cup of sharp cheddar cheese. And I also have that bacon that we cooked up earlier. I'm gonna add half of that right now. I'm just gonna see how it's going to do when I mix it, because I don't want it to all crumble up too much. So there's half of the bacon. I'm just going to go ahead and give this a stir to combine. And then really that's all that there is to it. I might go ahead and add some more chives in here just to give it a pop of color. Or you can add some fresh spring onion as well. But that's all that there is to this dish. You can serve this with some sort of side. You can put it on top of some cauliflower rice. But what I am going to do is I am going to serve it with my keto bread that I baked up a little bit earlier. Don't have a recipe up for that just yet, but one day I will get around to filming that for you guys. So I did go ahead and add some more chives to give it a pop of color and added the rest of the bacon. And I'm probably going to add another half a cup or so of the cheddar cheese. But the point is you can pretty much sauce this up at this point however you prefer it to be. It is ready to serve. And I just wanted to show you guys really quickly here. This is the keto bread that I was talking about that I made up earlier. So I will be serving my cracked chicken with my keto bread, just as you would serve up some sliders. Special thanks to Deenkee for allowing me to try out their pressure cooker. I will have a link to this product in the description box below so that you can purchase yours at a discounted rate. Crack chicken, enjoy, and I'll see you at the dinner table.